It's 2:30 in the afternoon on Sunday, Sunday, June 4th, 2023. I'm moving the cows into the last two cells of this first section. We'll move them to the next section on Monday evening. It feels about 68, 70 degrees right now. There's a nice cool breeze blowing from the north. We had 2 inches of rain yesterday. So the ground is nice and soft and damp. There aren't too many puddles though. The pond is full. The ducks, chickens are doing well. The dogs are doing well. We tried, the sheep came running for us when we came to this row to move the cows. And so we tried to use that opportunity to put the sheep in the pen, but they didn't want to go. So I think what we'll do is somehow get in the third section, at the end of the third section, that's where I keep my pen for the cattle. We'll probably just put the sheep in there at that time and separate the sheep from the cows and let the cows go and keep the sheep back, and then somehow get them to probably just carry them, just grab them and carry them. So yeah, the rain came at a perfect time. We just entered D0, which is unusually dry or abnormally dry drought conditions. And with this rain, I imagine we're no longer in drought. So we're out of the drought already. But as I said before, you don't know when the drought starts. So the drought could be starting right now. We could be in another historic drought starting today. We don't get any significant rain for the next 2 years, right? You just don't know what's going to happen. That said, the rainfall is going to help. It's only going to help. I don't see any runoff or any like severe damage to my field because of, I don't see any damage at all to my field. Because if you follow a certain gentleman named Gabe Brown from North Dakota, he explains quite clearly multiple times in many different ways that if you use this technique of not tilling, not fertilizing, and letting the nature build up the soil layer, the roots, they'll start to sink deep, and the rain will penetrate the ground and go deep almost instantly. You can see this is, I imagine this is already growing. If we put a stop motion camera here and recorded the next 24 hours, you'd probably see it grow maybe a quarter inch or something. But you can see already it feels like it's growing. So I'm telling you this is perfect because this is when the summer grass needs to really start growing. It needs to take a step forward and really show me that it's going to provide nutrition to my cattle throughout the summer. And this early rainfall, right in the beginning of the summer season, well, technically summer doesn't start until mid-June, but the weather's summer right now. This is summer conditions. But so this should encourage the grass to grow. Judy said something a while back where he said that he was at the cafe where farmers were in a drought and they had plowed their fields and they do the fertilization thing and such, so they just have little dirt deserts. And then when it finally does rain, their field washes away. That topsoil layer just disappears into the nearby creek and river. And so the farmer, I forget the exact wording of it, but the basic point of the thing is my life was going terrible and then it rained and it got worse. So the worst thing that could happen to this dry field was the rain. Well, in my case, when we got hit with the rains last year after the long drought, back-to-back droughts, I didn't notice any puddling. Like the ground absorbed it all. And it wasn't until several feet of rain, I think later, that I started to see puddles form in my field. So the rain is a blessing. It's absolutely a blessing. And I'm more than happy to have it. And I'm not going to complain about too much rain. Now, if we were to get like over 5 feet of rain in a year, this would probably turn into a marsh. It would just be one giant mud bowl. I don't know that the grass could survive that kind of condition. But I do know that this field can get quite soft where you walk through it, and just walking through it you can get stuck even with all this grass. So we're not there yet. We're not even close to there. But anyway, I'm going to give the cows this area this afternoon, and then tomorrow morning they'll have all the way up to the fence, and then tomorrow evening I'll move them to the next section. So yeah, just fantastic, wonderful stuff. Life is beautiful, life is wonderful, life is worth it. I was reading a depressing post on the internet. The point of the post is that there's people that are isolating themselves from reality and hiding in their basements, for lack of a better word, whatever it is, cutting themselves off from friends and family and trying to live on the internet, a virtual life, which to me is absolutely depressing. I don't think any sane person in the world thinks that that's healthy at all. So I want to encourage you to turn off the TV, turn off the radio, open your front door or your back door and go outside and breathe some of that air. I don't care where you live, there's probably some green nearby. Go look at the green. It feels weird. It felt weird for me at first to surround myself with nature. I spent my whole life programming, and the idea of comfortable was a nice, expensive office chair and a sit-stand desk, a huge monitor, and a powerful computer. But let me tell you, there's something that happens when I come out here. There's something in the back of my brain that awakens. Maybe it's like some kind of animal instinct or something, but I don't feel like you know what, I'm going to do it. I'm going to take my shoes off. If I get sick or diseased or something, then so be it. Here, I'm going to take my shoes off and I'm going to walk in the pasture barefoot. Shoes and socks. I'm doing it. I know there's people that farm barefoot. Oh, that feels weird. That feels absolutely weird. All right, here I go. Oh, wow. All right. I'm now walking barefoot in the grass, in the pasture. I know there's jokes, and you can feel all kinds of things down there. It's like amazing, the texture of the grass. Oh, it feels so nice. Yeah, get out there. Surround yourself with the blue sky and trees and grass, and that's what we're meant to do. We're not meant to live in a box with metal and glass. We're not meant to surround ourselves with dead trees and silicon and plastic. We're supposed to be living out here in nature. This is what our ancestors did. Am I going to get bit by ants? Maybe. Is it going to itch? Probably. I don't think there's any sharp things in this field. Hello, sheepies. So, yeah, this feels weird. Oh, wow. It feels good, but it feels weird. I've been standing a lot this week because working the trailer. We didn't open for, 11 hours every day. I think Monday I closed up early. I wasn't feeling well. And Saturday we closed up early due to the rain. And I was like, I'm calling it. But man, this feels nice. This does. It's weird because I'm not touching dirt. There's no dirt for me to touch, you know. Let's see if my soles are getting. There's some things that are kind of woody and sharp. Maybe some kind of thorn or something. Let's see the bottom of my feet here. Look at that. So my feet were feeling sore, and because when you're standing in shoes or boots, in my case, I was wearing cowboy boots, which are pretty comfortable. It's just not healthy. So I'm going to try to get out barefoot more in my pasture, especially in this nice warm weather, you know. All right, guys, have a great day. Bye-bye.